In this video, I will show you how to swap two numbers using temporary variable as well as without using temporary variable. First, I will show you using temporary variable. First, we will create a new source file, include the required header files, stdio.h, standard input output header file, begin the main function. Yes. So swapping two numbers means we need two input values, n1 and n2. We need two input values. And using temporary variable, I'm going to swap first. So temporary variable also created here, declared here, that is t. I want to pass two input values. So I want to collect two input values from the user. So we will provide a message to the user, enter two numbers. I'm applying new line to display the input in the next line. So using scanf function, I try to read the input values of integer type. So I will use format specifier %d, and my first input number is assigned to n1. My next input number is assigned to n2, and this statement also ends with semicolon. So reading two input numbers from the user is completed. Now, before applying swapping operation, I want to check what are the values of n1 and n2. So before swapping, what is the value of n1? I want to check, and also I want to check what is the value of n2, and I want to print the corresponding values n1 and n2, and this statement also ends with semicolon. Now, so our aim is to perform swapping operation between the two numbers. So if you want to swap two numbers, for example, first we will take the n1 value into a temporary variable t. Now for n1, we need to assign n2. See, what is the meaning of swapping? Exchanging. Exchange the values of n2 assigned to n1, and n1 value is assigned to n2. So n1 is assigned with n2 is completed. Now how can we assign n1 to n2? n1 is available in the variable t. Now we can assign the t here. So in this way, by taking the help of the third variable t, third temporary variable t, we can apply swapping operation. So after applying swapping operation, I will check the values of n1 and n2. So save this program. It is my first demo program about swapping demo1.c. .c. This one. .c is the file extension. You can check it. What kind of file extension is saved? You can check it. Now we need to compile. So number of errors are 0. So successfully I compiled the program without any syntax errors as per the C syntax rules. Now to watch the output, I can click this button. So enter two numbers. So first number 10, second number 20. So now before swapping, n1 is assigned with 10, n2 is assigned with 20. After swapping, n1 becomes 20, n2 becomes 10. So before swapping, n1 is 10, n2 is 20. After swapping, n1 is assigned with 20, n2 is 10. So our aim is achieved. I want to separate both the inputs. So this one, both the output lines, I want to separate it with a new line. So I will apply new line. Once we made any changes, immediately compile and run the program. So for this time I applied 10, 20. Now you can check it. Before swapping, n1 is 10, n2 is 20. After swapping, n1 is equals to 20, and so exchanging the values of one with the other one is called as swapping. That is the meaning of swapping. Exchanging the values of one variable with the other variable value is called as swapping. So in this program, I explained with the help of temporary variable. Suppose if I want to solve the same program without using temporary variable, just simply I will copy this code. I will click on new file. source file, this one. So just I, because he this time I need not use temporary variable. So without using temporary variable means I can remove this t. Now after initializing the values, just I'm checking what is the value of n1 and n2. That is okay. Now in the logic part, we need to change. So first I will add both n1 as well as n2, and that result I am assigned to n1. Next time I will subtract n1 minus n2. Next time n1 is equals to n1 minus n2. I will explain how it is applied swapping operation. Suppose for example, assume that I am assigning 20 and 10. So 20 is assigned for n1 and 10 is assigned for n2. Okay, now tell me what is the end result of n1 plus n2. Result of n1 plus n2 is 20 plus 10, that becomes 30. Now tell me, what is the next statement? N2 is equals to n1 minus n2. What is n1 value? Latest n1. Don't look into here. You have to look into this here. Why? Because this is the latest value of n1 is 30. So 30 minus, what is n2? N2 is still it is 10 only. So that results 20. So indirectly your n2 is holds the n1 value. Actually n1 original n1 value is 20, that is assigned for n2. Now coming to the last statement. What is the latest value of n1? The latest value of n1 is 30. And what is the value of n2? The initially n2 is 10, but now the latest value of n2 is 20. So 30 minus 20, that results 10. So n1 is 10, whereas the 10 is previously assigned for n2. Now n2 value is assigned for n1. I will save this program. It is swapping.c. Once we made changes, compile, there are no errors, run the program. So for example, in the program, I given the values 20 and 10. So the same values I am going to give here for better understanding purpose. First n1 is initialized with 20, n2 is initialized with 10. So before swapping, n1 is equals to 20 and n2 is equals to 10. After swapping, n1 is equals to 10 and n2 is equals to 20. So how it works? Simple. First I will add both the numbers, then it generates this number. From that result, indirectly I am subtracting n2, automatically I will get n1. So n1 should be assigned to which variable? The second variable. Now how can we will assign n2 value to n1? So n2 initial value is 10. How can we assign? So here from the total, if you subtract latest n2 value, indirectly we will get the n1 value, that is called 10. So using this logic, so in this logic I'm not taking help of the third variable. I'm not taking the help of the temporary variable. Whereas in my previous program, if you observe here, here we use temporary variable t. First we hold that n1 in a temporary variable, then assign second variable value to the first variable, then assign temporary value to second variable, and just we printed the values of n1 and n2 after swap. So in this way we can perform swapping operation using temporary variable as well as without using temporary variable.